This week is Boomtown Week here at KREM 2. Every day we'll bring you new stories tracking the latest growth and trends around the inland Northwest. This morning, KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones digs into trends in Spokane and asks the question, is traffic increasing?
Well, it's a question I've not only asked myself, but one I often ask longtime Spokane residents. What I've learned is that the question itself may be simple, but what I discovered is that there's a couple layers to the answer. Do you feel like there's more cars on the road in Spokane?
Yeah, way too many.
Yeah, it seems like it stopped for a while during COVID, but it's coming back on for sure.
I do not. I think it's still average.
We've grown, we're growing like crazy. I was born and raised here, and we've got a lot more traffic.
In order to find out what exactly Spokane traffic trends look like, I went to three sources: WSDOT, the City of Spokane, and Spokane Regional Transportation Council. We'll start first with the Freeway.
You compare it to 2019, and I'd say on average, we're up between 2 and 7%.
Over the last 5 years, WSDOT officials have identified at least two hotspots on I-90. One of them being that area near the Thor-Freya exit along the Spokane and Spokane Valley line.
Going from about 130,000 vehicles per day to 136,000 vehicles per day.
The bump in total traffic daily volume has gone in both directions, but it's not the largest growth recorded on I-90.
Some slightly higher numbers a little bit further west. Sunset Hill was closer to 7%, going from 90 to almost 100,000 vehicles per day.
And a lot of that new traffic is associated with growth. Recent data from the U.S. Census shows Airway Heights, Medical Lake, Cheney, these are all areas that have had a lot of growth in the recent years, more development, new businesses, and of course that just continues to bring the population up. So at this point, we know and have confirmed there's been more cars on I-90 in recent years. Does that growth, however, translate to city-operated roads? Well, according to the Spokane Regional Transportation Council,
we're not seeing huge changes. It's a little tricky because you've got COVID that occurred just a few years ago, and that really skewed the data.
The pandemic resulted in more work-from-home scenarios, so the city roads haven't necessarily seen an increase in traffic over the last 5 years. What we do know, however, is that most data is based on looking at a year back. So we'll have to wait and see if 2024 has brought more traffic.
The region's definitely growing and will continue to grow, so that'll increase traffic.
In the meantime, if you're interested in keeping up with the latest traffic trends here in Spokane, one useful resource to keep track of that is the City of Spokane's traffic flow map. That shows us arterials like Division, Monroe, Market, and Northwest Boulevard. They average some of the highest volumes of cars in a 24-hour period. But for now, in the studio, I'm Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.